Namaskar. Let me welcome you all to today's episode of Sitar Learning Essentials. Perhaps today we are going to discuss a topic which is extremely vital and practical problem that we all face. I should not say it is a problem. It is a kind of balancing act that one needs to do while pursuing sitar music or Indian classical music, in fact anything else, any other subject seriously in parallel while having other profession or academics. There are kids who are studying in school because academics is mandatory in today's society and today's system, right? It is mandatory. And along with that, sometimes they learn some dance form, some musical instrument, some vocal classes, or even they learn Western classical music also. So this basically applies to all. Sometimes we see students come and say, sir, this time to this time we are having exam schedule, we will not be able to attend sessions, so we would like to skip sessions during our exam schedule. Okay, this time we are having, some students say who are having different profession, we are having project milestone, project delivery. So can we skip our sessions for next a month or 2 months? So these are the, I don't say there is no pressure at all. Yeah, there are pressure, but there is a way how we can do a balancing act. Even though it is difficult, it is not impossible. So I will try to cover those aspects what one needs to follow to continue these two things in parallel. First thing first, we need to have a clarity of intention behind doing these two things. In one interview, again, I will quote the great sitar maestro Ustad Shahid Parvez Khan. In one of the interviews, he was asked the same question. Then he told, in 24 hours, if you are doing the rest of the work, whatever you are doing for others. Maybe for maintaining family, we are doing job. For building career, we are pursuing academics. But just an hour, we should do something for ourselves, and that is music. If we truly love music, the rest 23 hours we are spending for others, but 1 hour we will be able to spend for ourselves, right? And if we love some subject, then we actually manage time for that. We don't find excuses. In one hand, once this is true, on the other hand, we need to be very clear what we want to do by having these two things. We get mental peace, solace while pursuing music if we love music. At the same time, we need to have some short-term and long-term goal. Are we going to be a performer? If so, what is the timeline for that? Accordingly, we need to set short-term and long-term goal. Whether I want to reach professional level, whether I want to perform, whether I will just play for my own mental peace, and at the same time we will develop the competency as a sitar player. This clarity will give you how much time and commitment that you need to dedicate for music. This is one of the important aspects, the clarity of intention of pursuing music. Once this is in place, rest of the things will get aligned. Next important thing, very, very important thing is the structured time management. So we are having 24 hours in a day. Within that, some of the things which we need to do to live, right? Like sleeping, eating, washroom time and all those things, which are mandatory, we have to give. There are certain things which we have to do for our career or academics, and see, we have to, create segments of time and just distribute the activities which are mandatory. As I said, this activities, sleeping, eating and all those things are mandatory. Without that we will die, we will not be able to live. Second segment will be essential. It is not mandatory but essential to do. And third thing will be nice to have. Third segment will be nice to have. So mandatory, essential and nice to have. In these three segments, if we keep music in the nice to have bucket, then it will be hobby. It will not be a passion. If it is a hobby, it becomes an option. Even if we do, it is also fine. Even if we do not do, that is also fine. So if we keep continuing in that fashion, we will not be able to reach any level at any point of time. And the progress will not be also tangible. There is no goal. So with this process, the music will not be fruitful. You will not be able to gain competency. Yes, you will play something here and there, but that is all directionless and without any kind of target. So we have to ensure a time, we have to find a time when we can do a daily riyaz, daily practice. That is number one. Number two, you have to see other activities and when it starts. If we can have a small time, even if it is a small time, it is fine, for daily practice, that will help. So morning practice, early morning practice might help before all the rest of the things start in a day. If we do it before that, it is good. Then we need to find the times for doing micro sessions. In between two activities, just take out your instrument or keep your instrument somewhere in a music room, and as soon as you get some time, take up your instrument and do some practice which will actually help you to achieve more competency, which will help you to reach your goal faster. Right? Then when we are having public holiday or in the weekends, when our work pressure or pressure for academics, studies are not that intense, we are having some time window, instead of scrolling mobile up and down or instead of doing time pass in different forms, if we save those times, time को चुराना पड़ेगा. That's what exactly Ustad ji said, Ustad Shahid Parvez ji said, that time को चुराना पड़ेगा. आप जिस चीज के लिए प्यार करते हो, जिसको प्यार करते हो, उसके लिए टाइम चुराना पड़ेगा. So what does that mean? We have to save time from those other nice to have or other time pass factors that we spend. So we have to save time from there and give it dedicate to music. So weekend deep dive is also very important, because in the weekends and in the public holidays we will get more time. Okay. Next aspect is to learn to study under some knowledgeable and sincere guru who will give you right direction, and try to avoid missing the learning sessions as much as you can. Even if you are I have few students, they are so dedicated, even though they are going for some family holidays, they are carrying a travel sitar and some internet connection, they are finding half an hour or 45 minutes time window in between, either early morning and or night. They are requesting me, sir, can we have session on just for this particular schedule, this particular days in this time, right? Because I am carrying internet connection and I am carrying my travel sitar. So I want to have the sitar as companion in my family trip. Sitar is also part of my family. So once you have this sense of belonging, once you have this sense of including music and sitar in your family, you will not leave it. Right? So don't skip the learning sessions, don't skip the riyaz sessions. See, as much as possible, carry your travel sitar Okay, I am having a travel sitar. I will show you what a travel sitar is. It does not have this pumpkin. It is a kind of wooden structure, and at the end this part is basically extension, like with the guitar picks, which makes the size smaller. I will have a separate session on that. Sitar maker Shahid Ali Mirajkar has given me a beautiful travel sitar in 2016. I'll show that. Now, how to integrate the academics or profession along with music? So, treat the music as a parallel path, just not as a side hobby, as I mentioned. Use the music as the balancing force, and it can reduce your stress and struggle in your job, so that it gives you, music gives you a meditative aspect in your life. It gives you relaxation. The melody and rhythm, consistency in the rhythm and those discipline will make you more focused in your work. So just consider music as a stress buster, and it will help you in your job or academics as well. You will see, if you do the morning practice, even if it is for 10 minutes or 15 minutes, solid, rock solid practice, it is fine. If you do that in the morning, you will see rest of the day you will be able to concentrate in your work like anything. If you, in school, college, if you are a student, in the school, college, if you are asked to do some practical projects, include some musical topics, include music in that. And if you are working, then set a fixed practice window, like we go for gym or meditation or workouts or puja, worshipping. We have discussed various aspects of mindset and lifestyle that we need to include for balancing music and other profession. Some additional aspects that I want to reiterate. So focus on consistency over intensity. See, intensity like chilla, whatever our previous in past ustads used to do, like 40 days locking one in the room and doing practice and just having a minimum time duration for sleeping and eating. So those things are probably not possible for the professionals and who are pursuing academics. So what we can do, we can focus on consistency, regularity, because intensity we cannot give. So at least consistency we have to be focused on, so that, and the perseverance and consistency, these are the two key factors. Respect both the commitments. Don't feel guilty that you are practicing music or you are doing the study or the job. Don't feel guilty about that. That is a great balancing act. That is quite difficult to do. So you should be proud. You should be having a sense of achievement if you continue doing that. Now, another aspect people say is sacrifice. You have to sacrifice certain aspects, like you cannot have a party life, you cannot have night life, you cannot have a casual time. So I don't call this a sacrifice. Whatever we love, and for that if we do something, it is not sacrifice. That we are doing it for ourselves. So yeah, we have to do that, but don't think that it is sacrifice. One of the most important aspect after all these things is health. So we have to take care of our health. We have to keep the BP and sugar level under control. We have to have some track how much we are walking, how much we are doing physical exercise, because both if we are studying or doing the job and also we are pursuing music, everything includes a particular sitting posture, right? We have to sit and do all these activities. So it is very important that we move our body in certain frequent interval. So we have to take care of our health. As it is said, health is wealth. Not only that, to gain certain hand strength and our posture correct for all these things, to be able to sit for longer duration, we need to have our all these aspects maintained properly. Now, if we think about the long-term growth, how we can keep this consistently, as I mentioned, the resilience, perseverance and consistency are the major factors. Even if we can't spend long time for riyaz or practice, it is important that we give it in regular basis. I may be repeating certain points again and again, but it is worth repeating, you see. Then in a regular interval, try to play in a performance format. That we will not be able to do every day. We will be able to do it maybe once a week, or once in 2 weeks, or once in a month, based on your bandwidth. Try to perform, try to practice in a performance format, so that you become performance ready. So it depends on which level you are. As a beginner, you will not be able to do, but if you are in intermediate or advanced level, you will be able to do that. Then document your journey, probably in a notebook. Set your short-term and long-term goal. Keep that visible in front of your eyes. Maybe use your sticky notes, put it in your wall or dashboard. You can do that. And also record your sessions, practice sessions, and track your improvement. So we have had a separate session on deliberate practice. Please refer that for effective, target-based and result-oriented practice. What they mean: once we have small time in our hand, then we have to follow that method of deliberate practice. If we are serious, then we can, and if we have reached certain level, then we can aim for examinations in music. So we can appear for some scholarships or fellowships. But all these are optional. But you can see if there is pressure of examination, or if there is some pressure for appearance for getting some scholarship, then our practice might also, or there is some pressure for performance, then also our practice might be a little serious, and it will not remain casual anymore. And last but not the least, think music as your way of worship, way of sadhana, way of prayer, and always think that you are playing for Almighty, and when you are playing, Almighty is playing through you. So once you feel that divine connection, you will never ever treat that casually. With this note, let me conclude this session. I hope this session will be very helpful for you. For quite long time, even before I started making the Sitar Learning Essentials, I got lot of requests to have an episode, have some podcast on this topic: how to balance a separate profession and music, or academics and music together. Thank you so much. Whoever has not yet subscribed to our channel, please do that and click on the bell icon so that you get notification whenever we upload this kind of informative and educative videos. Also, we keep on uploading different music content on Sitar and Surbahar. You will get notified when we do that. All the best, namaskar, and please follow this path. Thank you.